There is a hadith, a beautiful hadith that says when we die and we are placed in our graves, there is an angel that will come. And that angel will come and tell you to write every good and bad deed that you have done. You lived 80 years, you've done millions of bad deeds and some good deeds. So he tells you to write them. You tell him, write them with what? Where? He tells you your kafan will be your paper. Take a piece of your kafan. What do I write with? Your finger will be your pen. What's the ink? The ink will be your saliva. He tells you to write. You begin to write, you see it's writing. So you try to remember, and if you forget, he reminds you. And then the hadith says you only write your good deeds. I prayed, Salat al-Layl, I went to Hajj, I gave a donation, I came to the majlis of Ashura. And then, oh, okay, I'm done. Tells you, wait a minute. What about all the haram things you did? What about all the times you hurt other people's feelings? What about the times that you missed prayer, that you stole, that you looked at the opposite gender in the haram way? What about those? So the hadith says you just nod your head down. You don't write it. He tells you, why won't you write it? This is where we tell him, I am embarrassed to write those things in front of you. Sometimes we commit certain indecent acts in private. We don't want anyone to know. Allah knows He watched me. We don't care. So the angel is angered here. He tells you, you should be ashamed of yourself. You were not embarrassed of Allah when you did it. He saw you. You're not embarrassed of Him. Now you're embarrassed from me? Just a normal angel? He tells me, write it until I write every good deed and every bad deed. And then, after I finish it, the hadith says the angel takes this kafan, which is only Allah knows how long, and then he turns it miraculously into a ring. And then he puts the ring on my neck. And then he reads the verse where Allah says, وَكُلَّ إِنسَانٍ أَلْزَمْنَاهُ طَائِرَهُ فِي عُنُقِهِ وَنُخْرِجُ لَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كِتَابًا يَلْقَاهُ مَنْشُورًا اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Allah says in the Holy Quran, every human being, we will place his deeds on his neck. This hadith says how Allah will place it on my neck like a ring. And the hadith says when the ring is placed on my neck, I will feel like the mountains have been placed on my neck. How heavy my deeds are, especially the bad deeds. And then Allah on the Day of Judgment, He will present it as a book. And it will mention every small deed and good deed. Allah mentions after that, He says, فَتَرَى الْمُجْرِمِينَ مُشْفِقِينَ مِمَّا فِيهِ. When Allah says, read this book, they're afraid. Oh my God, this has all my evil acts, all my sins, all of them. فَتَرَى الْمُجْرِمِينَ مُشْفِقِينَ مِمَّا فِيهِ وَيَقُولُونَ يَا وَيْلَتَنَا ما لهذا الكتاب لا يغادر صغيرة ولا كبيرة إلا أحصاها. They say, oh my God, they begin to flip the pages. Every single deed, every single sin, every time they did anything bad or good, it's written in this book. They forgot it, but Allah does not forget. It's mentioned in that book. So they say, oh my God, I'm doomed. It's all there. I thought I got away with it. When I hurt someone's feelings, when I stole something, when I was by myself and I did some wrong acts, I did not get away with it. It's all written in this book. And then Allah says, وَوَجَدُوا مَا عَمِلُوا حَاضِرًا. All their actions are there. وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ أَحَدًا. Allah does not oppress you. He'll show you your bad deeds and then hold you accountable. And Allah will hold me accountable for everything. The Holy Quran says, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا. If you do a deed as small as a particle, Allah will save it. He'll record it. He'll record it, and on the Day of Judgment and in our graves, He will show it. And He will hold me accountable for all of that. Now when I, the human being, know that Allah's monitoring is so strong and nothing, He will miss nothing, I'll think twice before I do haram, correct? So this fear of death is what will make me behave. And that's why, brothers and sisters, we have to always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He tries us with mercy, not justice, because most of us can't handle the justice of Allah. If Allah wants to be just with every single one of us, we'd be doomed, because we're unjust beings. And that's why the Holy Quran says, وَلَوْ يُؤَاخِذُ اللَّهُ النَّاسَ بِظُلْمِهِمْ مَا تَرَكَ عَلَيْهَا مِنْ دَابَّةٍ. If Allah wanted to punish us for every deed, He'd have to destroy the entire human race, because there's no one that's infallible, correct? We all do so much mistakes. But Allah is tolerant. Allah is patient. Allah is merciful. That's why we should tell Allah, Ya Allah, please don't judge me based on my book. I know I deserve to go to the fires of hell. I know I deserve punishment because I've been so bad. please, I want your mercy. Be kind with me. Be generous with me. Be merciful with me. Don't even open my book because it's all black. It's all wrong. It's all haram. Show me your mercy. Show me your forgiveness. And Allah will show us, inshallah, His forgiveness.